Welcome to day 3. Today I'm going to walk you through steps 8 and 9. Both of them are very interesting steps to me. They're ones that make this start looking really fun. So hold on for a second. We'll get you a screen share. Okay, day 3. So forgive me again. I'm trying to use 2 monitor screens and that just confuses me a bit. So hang in here. We'll get this done. So I'm assuming that your business is up, ready, you've requested a verification, you're about set to go. The next step is how do you get Google and keep Google's attention? So that's what we're going to talk about today, and that'll be in lesson step 8 and step 9. So yes, there are more than 8 steps for this for a complete listing, and we're going to dig in some more. I've got some generous tips to give you on this. So in step 8, we are going to review the listing as you have it so far and look at it. Is it as complete as you wanted? Is there more you would like to add? Does it represent the personality and uniqueness of your business and your offerings, what you do? Perhaps something you missed. Could you word something differently so it appeals more to the people that you want to find you? Well, the first thing you're going to need to do is go in and manage your account. Now, if you've got more than one business listed, it's going to give you several to adjust. I only have one that I'm starting, and that's Loving Marketing, which is my umbrella business for all my smaller businesses under it. I decided let's go that route because then I only have to have one listing in one location. You're going to want to spend a few minutes on these pages, both the left column and looking at what's available to you on the main part, to get accustomed to where you need to go to complete the things you want to complete. Now today we're going to talk about the business description, what you originally wrote down, and if you wanted to add to it or make it deeper or more personal, if you want to change it around so it's not so formal. We also want to make sure that you're including some keywords in your description. The same keywords and phrases that you would use on your website page so that it matches. And as we saw yesterday, it shows up when people do a search for you on Google Maps. Look for your location or look for a type of business that is what you are providing. You want it to sound as natural as it can and how you would be chatting with your clients and your customers as they arrive through your business door, either on the phone. You want to be able to make it personal. The next thing we're going to look at is how to define that business. So you can add a logo here. I haven't done that for this particular one yet. So we're going to look at how to add the descriptions to your business and review those to make sure, because we learned yesterday that you can have one primary description, but you can have up to 9 sub ones, and hopefully you've had time to do some research with your competitors and other people that are doing listing to see how they might be doing that and what words you can do. So I'm going to pause this for a second. Thank you for being. So with a quick review, the 3 things, the main categories or types of businesses are a brand or a totally online business, such as what mine will be. And the brand pages are slightly different from other forms of local listings. These pages help brands and organizations reach out to all their fans. Unlike true local listings, these pages don't include information about the physical location that you can hide. You're going to have those of you that are a storefront business have an actual place where people come to you to work. It could be an office, that type of thing. And then the service areas. So all 3 of these will have slightly different requirements as you list them in there. And you're just going to have to take a moment to walk through and pick out the ones that apply to you and your business. So from the home page, continue to go down the left-hand side and review the different types of things. There are different types of posts that you can offer. A new one is an offer post. So if you have a special or a sale going on, you can set dates, make it easy to redeem. General information. This gets to that page where we saw originally a long time ago. Here's where you would change the type of business, the categories that you're under. I'm going to change those because I'm no longer a total website designer. I can do that, but I don't, and change my address, make sure I've got the correct address. The service area, where do I serve, and hours, my day, I will change those. So this is where you go back and make that information. I'm not going to do any advertising at this point. And there's my store code. So that gives you that piece of information. Insights, you'll want to know this after you are listed for a while. You want to discover where your customers are coming from and what the source is. Reviews, you can review all the reviews that people have posted, reply to them. Messaging is something that I recommend that you set up at some point, because this will give you a chance to text your messages. If you use text, it would be a great way to have quick answers for your clients and customers. So today we're going to talk about photos. And you can select from things that you already have on your computer or take pictures with your phone. Your logo, and this will specify the size and what which logo to use. You could choose that by going directly to your website. Select a photo from your computer. Now I'm going to let you inside all my file folders here. But the one that I would want to use for this is going to be in my document file. I'm just going to use this one temporarily. And it'll tell me as it's uploading if it's too big, which it is. It gives me the space that I can put it in. And this is not going to work for this one. I need one that's square. Does it recommend to me the size? It doesn't. I'd have to make sure that I've got a square logo. So I'm going to escape that. For your cover photo, this is where it's key and important. You want to make sure that it's a significant photo. So your cover photo should showcase the personality of your business. It is your preferred photo to be shown on your listing in search and maps. So again, you would be able to choose one from your computer. And that one, hopefully you've had a chance to review some of your photos, and add videos. So they make it quite simple for you here in this photo section to add things to your account. So these are previous ones that I've added, previous images. And I'm going to update and do more. Let's click and see the interior. So you can also take pictures of the interior of your business and the exterior. So you classify them, your photos and your videos, as to the different types of what they picture, what they're showing. But I think the two that are key and important are getting the correct size for your logo and a beautiful cover that's impressive for your cover photo. So let's take a look at some other examples of people doing what they're doing. I'm going to click, let's see, this is the wrong, I'm going to go back here. Okay, like yesterday, I was doing some searches for just general topics. Seattle plumbers was one. I wanted to see what they were doing and revealing. So again, in our top 3, we have an ad, which makes it 4, but then we get the others ranking above us. Now our goal is to get your business ranking better on Google searches and land in where you're one of the first that show up on a map, so that people access you quickly. So let's look at I've heard Beacon Plumbing a lot, and I wanted to look at their site, what their listing actually looked like. So if I were to put in Beacon Plumbing Seattle, I get several links to businesses, but I also get to see their listing as what it would show up. So this is an example of what would happen for you once you get listed and people search for you without using your .com or .org as it appears. I'm searching just the terms Beacon Plumbing in Seattle because I didn't know where they were. And that could be happening for you as people, and that's what generally people search for when they're in their mobile phone looking for a business in the location. They don't know whether the .org or what the URL for the website is, so they search for terms. So these are your search terms and your keywords. So Beacon Plumbing knows that their name has been branded well and that they are a plumbing and they're in the city of Seattle. So they're a local search. So then by having it rise to the top, they've also got an ad here, which guarantees that they will be at the top of their page. Plumbing can be highly competitive. As we scroll down, we'll see there are many. Best Plumbers also has an ad. So you wonder what, how did they come up under this listing? But again, I'm just going to mention, most people do not venture past this first page, but there are many things. All more ads at the bottom, same day plumbing. So let's take a look here. This is what I wanted to look at, is the listing. Now they immediately get a recommendation. They've got ratings. It's 873. That's just a few. They're quite popular. They also have a hydroplane, so that people know their name. They list their address and their hours. This particular one is open 24 hours and their phone number. This suggest and edit. You may find that your clients or customers that currently know you will find something that needs fixing, such as a partial amount of your address left off, or an incorrect address, or an incorrect location. Questions and answers. Now that's a great one to have because people will want to know what's available. Reviews from the web. Got Facebook, 325 votes. So they've connected their Facebook page, which gives them more visibility on their listing here on Google. They can send a message to your phone. Their reviews. So they've got option here to write a review or add a photo. So other people can add photos to yours. Extremely overpriced and low quality service. So some of these are, remember, are not going to show up real positive, but they, Google My Business gives you that opportunity to respond to them. Okay, this is from Beacon. So this is a post, updates, and well, it shows you related searches. So this, when you do a search for yours, this will also help you see who your competitors are that are ranking on Google My Business, when you do a mobile search in particular. Now I wanted to look at one of their competitors, and the Seattle Plumbing Company is not the name of a company, but it is what the keywords are that they're using to rank. So we have an ad, an ad, an ad. So many plumbers, again, it's a highly competitive field here. So we finally come down to the Seattle Plumbing Company. So they're claiming that as their name, but that is not their website name. Let's look at their website name. This is the listing for the first one that's not an ad. They get the visibility here. They've got 10 Google reviews. Their address, they open soon, so they have definite hours that they've listed. Again, the opportunity to respond to reviews. Now let's look at their photos. How well have they done these? So Seattle provides a Seattle image. Now this is not, it's a funny joke, but it's not a personal image. This must be the building that they're located in. I want to go back and look at Beacon Plumbing's photos. And I think these were more helpful. Beacon Plumbing has an assortment, but they show the types of work that they've done. They show their employees doing a job, smiling. They show equipment. If you've got a problem with this, corroded copper pipes. And again, more personalities. So I don't know who Lynn Coffee is. It would be good to have this labeled a bit, to have more details on it. They've also got coupons, which is great. More people working, more problems, and another logo. So the Seattle Plumbing could up their connection with their customers and potential customers and clients by putting in more personal images. This one is showing the address where they're located. So that's helpful. And let's look at one more. This one is a specific Kundalini type. So why I wanted to show you this one, it's not just a yoga class, it's the type of yoga which helped them rank towards the top. So there are no ads above them. Their website is the first one that shows. Their keywords are at the top, Kundalini Yoga Seattle. The name of the business is not one that people would easily recognize, Guru Gayatri, Kundalini Yoga. So that is theirs. Now let's look at their images. So they've got active images, people doing yoga, and the people attending the course, making it personal, representing those that are actually participating, more participation, types of things that happen here, other locations, people listening. So these are more personable. And I'm sure they have some videos. So here's a short video. Interactive, showing that the yoga is actually taking place. So yesterday we talked about fine-tuning the categories you chose to use, exploring the possibility of aligning yourself with those that competitors may be using so that you can rank with them, alongside them, below them. I'm sure that's some of what these plumbers have done, is made sure that they're including similar words. Another way to look at what category to use is to ask people, how did you find me? Or what would you search for if you were looking for me? And where were they searching online? Were you using Google? Were you using your mobile phone? And what were they searching for? This will describe for you what categories and search terms or questions Google is using as the basis to find you in your business. So when you have customers or teams working with people, train them to ask people, how did you find us? Because that's one way that you can improve your listing. So we've come to what I call the fun part, the pictures, the pieces that bring to light the personality of your business. Google My Business, and this is why a few steps back I showed you how to access the terms of service. Or you can always Google Google My Business terms of service, because they have specifications such as your primary profile photo and what that needs to look like, your location photo and what that needs to include. So if you're a storefront with signage, a welcoming image of you coming in the door with the signage would be a good one. So you want to select photos that matter to Google. And I have known clients who had their listing paused because their pictures did not include a storefront. So an attractive, inviting cover photo is more likely to get clicks and people to check through to your business than another one that doesn't include a photo, like the several that we looked at yesterday that had not claimed their Google listing and they didn't have any photos at all. They didn't have anything on it. You'll probably get better results for your business if you have photos and images and videos. So we're going to talk a bit about that. The types of photos that you can post to your Google My Business listing are cover photos, which includes the storefront images, and signage is preferred if you've got the signage. Profile photos, which would include staff and people and the type of business operations that you do, and generally other photos, just anything of interest to your clients and your customers. So the other thing is we noted as we went through these is other people can add photos to your listing as well. And it's a good thing to have a policy around the voice that you use, much like you use on social media, so that you can delete some of those pictures or not use some of those pictures because you want them to put your best foot forward. You want them to show you as you truly want to be represented. So do monitor what's going up, monitor that in your reviews. And like we mentioned before, your reviews, reply to them. Don't, unless they're totally blatant reviews that are disgusting, I would just respond to them as if you're doing customer service. So the general photo guidelines that you need to abide by are the types, the formats are either the PNGs or the JPEGs, and both of these are relatively high quality because they show up well on websites and Google searches. The size, they want it limited to between 10 kilobytes and 5 megabytes. The smaller compactness of it is good, and the minimum resolution is 720 pixels by 720 pixels. If you get any smaller than that, they're going to be out of focus. Now, just to note that your phone is often set at a higher resolution, like in the thousands of pixels. So if a picture is not uploading, check that the size is at least this size, the 720 by 720, and not too large. If it's too large, Google may reject it. The quality of your pictures, you want them to represent reality. You don't want just pictures of your dog. If you're a dog or groomer, you probably will have pictures of your clients, your fur body clients. But if it's just you and your business, you may have a picture of you with your dog sitting next to you on the desk. But I would limit the number of silly, unrelated persons. So people look at it and go, what's that business about? Do they sell dogs? So this is not the place to put the filters on with the ears and the nose. Shoot, Easter time, put the bunny ears on, but Christmas, you can decorate. But in general, keep them professional. Don't get too cutesy. Show products, show people, clients, customers, staff. Show the different locations. Help it easy for people to find you. Make them helpful images, ones that attract them to what you are offering. Like the yoga ones, the yoga videos, it showed people in classes doing the yoga, which is absolutely awesome. Now you need to get their signature and their approval for using their photos, but other than that, I would recommend doing something good like that. So image SEO, just so you remember this, I don't want to mention it too often, but it's something that people don't think about. They label their images number 253. Well, that's hard for you to search for on your own computer in your own computer files. So set up a system in a file folder somewhere that's going to help you find the image that you're taking. So search engines are not able to actually read the photos yet. I know when you do searches, most of them have been labeled somewhat to show things, but you need to provide either a description or a descriptive tag a descriptive title, something that differentiates who it is. And I recommend that you title your pictures with information that is related to your particular business. So if you're doing a product, label the product, but you might also include your business name or an abbreviation of it. Use your keywords or include your full name of the business. If it's not too long, you don't want the label to be too long. But for your own good and that of people helping find you. Because once then Google does an image search, you'll also show up, which gives people that offering. If you need to brand your images, if you don't want people sharing them, or you want to keep them, regulate how they're used, if they're professional images, you may wish to put a branding watermark on them or label them with your business, because then they can't be borrowed. If people borrow them and they use them, some of my clients have borrowed pictures and then are in a legal suit. So let's watch that too. So the videos that you add, it performs very well on listings. And we saw that with the Google, the Kundalini Yoga ones. People like them. They like to know what type of classes you have, the energy level within the class, the energy level within your business, the types of things that are happening. So do include the videos. They have some very specific guidelines for you, Google does, and the use of videos continues to grow rapidly, not what with all the other Instagram and TikTok and all those other applications. So if your competitor uploaded a video like this, would it make them make fun of you? Or would they envy you because you're attracting more clients? So the specific requirements for video, Google wants them short, up to 30 seconds, but that's good enough, long enough to give a good sample. So they can be 30 seconds or shorter. They want the size compressed to 100 megabytes or smaller. And they want the resolution to be about 720 pixels or higher. Because again, you want them in focus, you want them short and simple, and you don't want them to take up too much storage on Google's search engines. So the phones, as I was talking about, are able to catch amazing videos and images. So use it. But if you're a non-technical person or just don't have the software time to edit your own videos, take time to find someone who can do for you. There's some excellent, inexpensive sources that people will chop off the beginning or add a branding ending piece. Fiverr, Fiverr, are freelancers, and they're inexpensive, and you can hire one project by project. They do an excellent job. You search through and find one with great recommendations. There are other ones as well. You can purchase software, and some of it's inexpensive, and you may already have it on your computer that you can use to crop your own videos. For the longer ones, I highly recommend, and this is a whole nother topic, a whole nother course, a whole nother class, and there are experts that do this. I am not one of them, but I have developed my own YouTube channel for longer videos, because it's there that I can host them. It's there that I can send people. And YouTube, believe it or not, is one of the highest search engines, particularly if you're doing how-to videos. So, and that's an excellent example of the type of video to post, are how-to videos. If you're a plumber, how to fix something, or where to send them to, or you watch the ones on Facebook, perhaps, that are crafty ones. So show samples of what you do, show samples of how you do it. You can speed them up. So we've covered some major territory today around getting Google's attention and keeping Google's search engine attention. It's one of the keys to this, as you've heard, is to keep your profile as up-to-date and accurate as possible, and to do it consistently, to visit the site frequently, to respond to reviews, ask your clients and customers to leave a review for you. That will definitely help. Now we've seen some examples where they didn't have very many reviews and they were still getting posted or listed in that top 3. You want your site to keep it welcoming, the kind like you've trained your people to greet people coming through the door. So if you've got clients coming through the door, you welcome them, you ask them to offer help, make yours friendly as well. Now it gives it a better chance for appearing in the local 3-pack because more Google likes their listings that are getting attention. It makes it more interesting and attractive, which then makes it more appealing to get a click-through on your website for that potential customer to give you a call. So I'm going to recommend, and I listed these kind of as an assignment, do sort through the images you already have and evaluate if you need additional images to better represent your business, any space on your listing. Do you need a professional to do them? Not necessarily. If you notice, many of these were informal. People like to see how you operate your business and what is happening day to day. You might make a list of the ways that you can use video for your business. Keep that in mind as you go through events and activities. Keep them, remember, short and engaging. You might do some walkthrough of the spaces in your building if you've got an actual building or departments. And that welcoming approach of, as somebody comes in the door, maybe customers selecting products, smiles. I like the Beacon plumbing one where they did the plumbers smiling that were fixing your plumbing. They were having fun doing it. Another thing you could do is to check out the images or videos other businesses posted that appear, their business appears in the 3-pack, and what videos have they used. This might give you some fresh ideas as to what might help them rank higher. And see what grabs your attention, because if it grabs your attention, it might grab your client or customer's attention. Don't worry about spending or wasting the time learning to do all this by yourself. Get some help if you need it. You can have pictures cropped, resized, branded, and then the casual photos will take on a better shine. You don't need all that background. You can have the key and important pieces showing. Look at the ones that others have submitted, and do they need fixing? Do they need some cropping or correcting so that they show up better? And then repost them. Now, that just about wraps it up for today. Okay, so make sure that you breathe. Congratulate yourself on the work that you've gotten done so far. And we're ready to move ahead to step, actually, on your list, it's going to be step 10, day 4. And that's only day 4. We've got 5 and 6 after that to go. There's more to do. And the biggest goal of all of this is to get you more visibility as you list your Google My Business on Google and get found by all those potential clients and customers. Long term, I'm in this with you. I want to make more money. I want to get more clients. And hopefully this will help. See you tomorrow.